Hey everybody, and welcome to our notes for today. These are notes over the periodic table of elements. For today's notes, just a reminder that you will only be filling out the first page. These can be found in Google Classroom under the Classwork tab. Alright, your I can statement for today. Hold on. I can locate an element on the periodic table through the use of group period, atomic number, atomic mass, and element symbol. So first off, the periodic table of elements is a table that contains all 118 elements known to man. Now, this used to be a lower number, and it still probably could be a higher number. But as of right now, we know of 118 elements. And here is the periodic table in all of its glory. And now, if you look across this entire table, there are a lot of elements to know. Again, 118 of them, but I don't really expect you to know all of them by heart, and I will talk about that here in a second. So we use this periodic table to determine 6 properties of elements. The first property that we determine is the atomic number. The second property is the number of protons. The third property is reactivity. And the fourth property is electronegativity. The fifth property is mass. And the sixth property is density. Now, we will not be spending a lot of time on all of those, but there are a few that you will learn more than others. So again, in this class, we're not going to be focusing on memorizing every part of the periodic table, but my goal for you is to be able to use it like a roadmap. If you're going somewhere, you either use an app like Google Maps or you use a actual map. And you don't have to memorize the map or know it by heart, but you need to be able to understand how to use it to be able to get to where you're going. And again, you won't need to memorize it, but you'll need to be able to navigate it. So, when navigating the periodic table, you will be expected to know the 5 ways to find the elements. Number 1 is the atomic number. So, elements are organized by their atomic number from smallest to largest. And this is the number in the upper left-hand corner. That is your atomic number. And your atomic number, again, is the number of protons. Sorry, it's also the number of protons in the nucleus of one atom of an element. So if we look at the periodic table, what element has the atomic number 10? So again, that's the number in the upper left-hand corner. So you go 1, 2 over here, then 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And 10 leaves you with neon. So the next question here is, what element has 8 protons in the nucleus? So see if you can figure this one out. Remember, the atomic number is the same thing as the number of protons in the nucleus. So we should be looking for the atomic number an element with the atomic number 8. So if we come down here, the element with the atomic number 8 is oxygen. Alright, the second is atomic mass. So atomic mass is the total mass of the protons, neutrons, and electrons in one single atom of an element. Now there's a very complicated way that we figure that out, and we're not going to get into that in 7th grade. So that number is the number at the bottom of the periodic table, and that is the atomic mass. So a question like this would be, what element has the atomic mass of 24.305? Now, for the most part, just like atomic number, these go in order. So the atomic mass of 24.305 we would look for here. So we're at 20, 22, 24.305 would be magnesium. Another example, what element has an atomic mass of 196.97? So again, they go in order. So you come down here to where we're at about 190s, and we come down here to 196.97, and that is gold. All right, the third way is group period coordinates. So on the periodic table, there are 18 groups and 7 periods. So across the top here, we have groups. See how there's numbers 1 through 18? They're found horizontally. And periods are found vertically, 1 through 7. We use the group period system on the periodic table like we're playing a game of Battleship. So it's just a coordinate grid, and I know you've talked about this in math before. So what element is found in group 14, period 6? So what you need to do first is find group 14. So you go across the top, and there it is right there. And I always draw an imaginary line when I'm using this. And then period 7, I believe. Sorry, I think it was 6. You find period 6 and draw a line across there. And where they meet is the element that I'm asking you to find. And in this case, it is Pb, or lead. All right, let's practice another one here. So what element is found in group 10, period 4? So first thing you need to do is go across the top here. Find the groups. So we have group 10 right here. And then we need to go down the side and we find 1, 2, 3, 4. We have group 4, and that is nickel. All right, another way we can find elements is through their symbol, the elemental symbol. And those are just the letters we use to represent an element. So it's usually either 1 or 2 letters that are shorthand for the Latin name for an element. So the example here would be like hydrogen has an H. So we'll do some examples. What element has the symbol W? So you get on the periodic table here, and this one's tougher because it's not in any order. You have to read through until you find W, which in this case is tungsten. Okay. So what element has the symbol Kr? So again, you just have to look through here, and you scan through until you find it. So I'll give you a second to do that. If you need a hint, the atomic number is 36. Atomic mass, 83.798. It is in group 18, period 4, and that is krypton. Now the last way we find something is the simplest, and that is the element name. So what element has the symbol O? So we find the symbol again, and we have oxygen. What element has the symbol Cu? So let you scan through here. And this example would be copper. Okay. And that is all I have for you today. So thanks for paying attention. Tomorrow we will go back through and look at the second page of the notes, okay? If you have any questions, as always, feel free to shoot me an email. Thanks.